Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniela and today we'll continue with the second episode of The Haunting of Bly Manor. In the last episode, it was the first episode, so nothing much happened. There is this house that is haunted and there are these kids, Flora and Miles. Sometimes are kind of weird, and their new nanny, Danny, because their old one killed herself. Maybe their parents died, but not in the house, and their uncle doesn't come too often to visit them. I don't want to say that he doesn't care, because he probably does, but for some reason, I don't think he likes the house that much. There is the housekeeper, Hannah, the cook, Owen, and the gardener, I think it's Jamie. Also, Danny is dealing with her own problems. She's kind of haunted by a ghost. But if I got, what happened in the haunting of the Hill House, I think that ghost represents something. Probably guilt. I don't know. Also, there's the lady in the lake that sometimes comes in the house and leaves dirt on the floor. And the ghosts are back. Yay. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, as usual, I got something to drink. The episode is ready to start, so without further ado, let's do this.
The door got stuck. It was stuck, and we couldn't get it open. Honest.
Well, I forgive you. But I'm afraid I don't believe you. Miles! Miles, it's just not that bit.
I mean, every few weeks feels like these two are off on a midnight run and Muggins here's left to mop up their mud.
Brothers can be perfectly dreadful sometimes, can't they?
He isn't, though. He really isn't.
You have a fine heart, miss.
Look who I found. What's her name?
She can't remember.
She can't remember.
Are you gonna hang it in your room? For protection?
No, I took it down.
Why?
Because it doesn't work.
Is there someone in the back of the hallway? There's definitely someone there.
Why do the gospel accounts differ? Well, because man is fallible.
They needed permission, the demons,
Permission to...
to enter the place.
Ah, yes, they did.
Did they need it for the man?
We are, all of us, free to make our own choices. It's one of the most important gifts that God has given us. A gift that not even the demons in this story could usurp. They did need his permission.
So, also, you now indeed have sorrow. But I will see you again, and your heart shall rejoice. And your joy no man shall take from you.
Was that a ghost also? Like the man that was, working at the clock in Hill House? Why did he jump?
Why'd you jump? Just looking for the right key. What was that? I didn't jump. I fell.
The key to what? To meet your parents?
Break it up! Wingrave! Wingrave! Hooper! 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 Are you okay? Can you breathe?
Yes.
None of us are blameless. Except the soul that's not yet conceived and the animals.
And it wasn't fair, was it?
What wasn't?
What Jesus did to the pigs in the demon story.
Maybe not. The Lord works in mysterious ways. A cliche, I know, but true.
They're not coming back.
I'm afraid not.
That's not fair either.
Just
Why did the bad ones get to come back? And not them?
What he's up to now? Miles, what the fuck?
I have a mind to expel you, young man. I truly have. But Father Stack... Well, Father, I'll let you say it.
Wingrave, Miles. What you've done, it can't be minimized. It can't be avoided by not talking about it or by you being sent home. It follows you. Do you understand? It stays.
Are those two priests ghosts?
I know that you have been through a lot.
Do not feel sorry for me.
Your parents and your au pair, more than we could hope to understand.
Don't.
And the weight of all that could cause anyone, to do terrible things, even if they didn't mean to. It could press one, drive one to commit acts that...
We are not compelled. I'm sorry.
I know you are, Miles. I know that, and I also know that together you and I...
Sorry, I didn't do worse. Cut off its head. Spread out the insides. Burn it. I'm sorry I didn't do worse.
Why?
I'm sorry, Father. I needed to find your key.
The key to what? His breaking point?
Why he'd done any of these things, no one would understand. Only the letter from Flora, delivered when he arrived, forgotten in the dormitory, would offer a possible clue as to why he tried so hard to be sent home.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. He wanted to go home because of his sister. Those dolls represents the ghost as well. And that doll is the ghost that was in the basement. Oh my god. There's a ghost under the table.
Hannah? G&T?
Oh, no, thank you. Not for me. Gin is a sad drink.
She's not eating, she's not drinking. Right?
I found these two. I didn't break them. I promise. They were like this already.
It's fine. It's fine. Kids, when you're ragged.
Yeah.
Well, people really. All of them. So I prefer plants. Easy to get along with. And I find if I don't like one looks at me kind of funny, can always just, you know.
Heading back to the garden. I have a few more weeds to pull.
Trying to earn time off for good behaviour then.
Have a lovely afternoon, Jamie, darling.
He's being weird again.
So?
I'd like to apologise. For all of it. For locking you in the wardrobe closet. For the mess in the hall. All of it. But most importantly, for being such a child about it. Being around Flora, I sometimes forget myself. I think Flora just misses Miss Cecil terribly. So we play little games to keep her from feeling sad. It's such a draining thing. Dealing with children.
I've got a little surprise set up for the kiddos, if you want to join.
No, I couldn't.
Are you all right?
Well, you're fine. I just, I haven't been sleeping very well. I think I'll turn in for the night.
Hide and seek.
Okay, hide and seek, sure. Is that all right with you, Miles?
Please.
It's cool, but also a pain in the ass to play hide and seek in this house. So many rooms. The doctor is there. Is it the same thing that Mars was whistling? That's Luke. Whatever his name is. Was that the one Rebecca?
I'm going to start counting, and it'll be your time to run and hide. I'll find you.
Ease up. Ease up. 1, 2, 3, 4. No! Game over!
I don't feel so good.
He's awake. He's awake. He's awake.
He also sees him, or ghosts in general. Okay, so that was a thing. We find out why Miles was expelled. Well, actually, he wanted to be expelled. He was talking about finding the key, and I think it was the key for him to go back. What he have to do, so the priest will expel him. He first jumped from the tree. I think he tried to break his arm, or to injure himself bad enough, so he will be sent home. I think he got the idea from his classmate that didn't come because probably got injured. So he tried to hurt himself. It didn't work. He started a fight with his friend. That didn't work. Still, the priest was on his side. Tried to, understand him, that he's been through a lot, and, it's normal to do all this stuff. Then he killed the bird, but even that didn't work. They were, still on his side. They wanted an apology and things like that. So he had to be pretty extreme, you know, talking about he should have done worse and things like that. And that what was the breaking point. And only after seeing the letter that he got from his sister, I understood why he is doing all this. His sister sent him a letter to come home, and it was a drawing. There was Flora crying, and then I believe the other two were Rebecca and the other guy that I don't know his name yet, but it's like Luke. But Miles sometimes acts weird. Even in this episode, when he gave flowers to Danny, and then when he talked with Jamie, he wasn't, I don't think he was himself. They were talking about possession in school, so I think that he might be possessed by the guy, and that's why he was you know, asking about possession, if they can possess you if you don't give consent, pretty much. He also sees the ghost, but as Flora, he's not afraid. Like Flora in the attic with that ghost, she was like, shh, shut the fuck up. We're playing hide and seek and you give my location. But also that ghost didn't have a face, and her dress was pretty old, like 1800 or something. I don't think it was the lady from the lake, so that's cool. This episode we also had the new ghost. I think it's a child with like a doll face, but I still believe they are not bad kids. I think Miles again is possessed, and that's when he's doing this weird stuff. And the other times I think he's maybe trying to protect Danny. That's why they close her in the closet, so that she won't see the ghost that leaves the mud all over the place. I don't know how bad the guy is. Maybe he's also trying to protect her from him, or Rebecca, because she's also a ghost. I think she's the one that when they were playing hide and seek, she was moving because she had the same black dress from the drawing, and I think Rebecca and the guy were together. It was in that photo, and in the last episode, I mean the first episode, Hannah said that she was together with someone, and he left with money, and that's why she killed herself. She drowned herself in the lake. But he's also dead. So I think he died, and she didn't knew that. And I mean, I don't know for how long they knew each other. But maybe, you know, the love was so big that she couldn't stand living without him, and she killed herself. But now they are both ghosts, so I think they can see each other. What if that's the reason she killed herself, to be with him? Flora and Miles see them all the time, but the rest, like Danny, she doesn't see them all the time. Like in the last episode when she was bathing Flora, I'm sure Flora was talking to Rebecca, but Danny didn't saw her. So that's that. I like how is that working? How come sometimes they can see, or Danny can see him, especially because she only saw him for now, and sometimes she doesn't. Like, of course, Rebecca and the guy are more important, definitely, so probably we're gonna find the backstory, what exactly happened, who's the lady in the lake, and hopefully also the one in the attic. But I hope we'll get some, maybe some backstory or something to the other ghosts, like the doctor and the little kid, what happened with them. Because in the Hill House, of course, there were a lot of ghosts, and we didn't get anything. They were just there. But for now are only two, I think. So maybe something we'll get. Also, Hannah, this episode made me believe even stronger than that she's dead. But I don't think she knows. And that crack on the wall that wasn't actually there, maybe it's like a crack in her reality. Like she feels that something is wrong, or maybe she's starting to remember something. I don't know, she's acting odd. When Danny was, wanted to play hide and seek with the kids, Hannah looked kind of, I don't know, lost maybe. And when they were cooking and the phone ringed, she was just standing at the table doing nothing, just looking in the void. I don't know. She was in the background, but she was like standing still, not doing anything. Kind of weird. And she doesn't drink, she doesn't eat. I know that she sometimes has like a cup of tea, but I'm not sure if she's drinking or not. So, and also Flora said that the ghost, because of course that doll represents the ghost, doesn't remember her name. So maybe like she doesn't remember who she is. Maybe that's why she doesn't have a face. Maybe passed a lot of time, as with the ghost in the attic, they're just there doing their thing. Like, there are these things with the ghosts, they're just following a pattern. They're just, going from left and right, and then disappears, and then the next night the same thing. Doesn't matter if, like, the house or something is still there. They're just following a pattern. Maybe that's what the ghost in the lake is doing, because apparently it's not the first time that leaves mud prints. Anyway, I think this is all I have to say about this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. And I will see you next time. Bye.